lost in that game. It was really tight, and then you just hit a ton of shots, got a ton of rebounds, like really put your stamp on each end. So when you get to a game like this, the back-to-back, you guys are struggling at this point of the season. Do you feel like these are the nights where it's like, all right, I see that he's the team in my back, just go for it?
No. I mean, I don't look at it that way. It's just finding ways to be aggressive. We did a really good job in the start of that fourth of just getting stops, pushing the pace, and finding matchups, reading the game, you know. So, you know, I was hitting shots, but, you know, I didn't go out there and was like, you know, I need to put the team on my back. It was just I need to make plays. And, you know, that's for myself or for other guys. So be it.
You said finding matchups. Obviously, they were without two of their best defenders in Brown and Nembhard tonight. I mean, is that a big part of strategy for you guys? Is, you know, basically finding the best possible matchup, and I guess maybe on some level avoiding Neesmith when you could and going after the other options on the perimeter?
Not really like avoiding guys. I don't look at it that way. Like, I'm not trying to avoid anybody, but you know, playing space, playoff actions, playoff closeouts. You know, you don't want to just come down and, you know, be the only one dribble, touch the ball, and ISO. Right? There's ways around that. So I'm not trying to avoid anybody, but, you know, playing space, playoff closeouts, playoff actions, and, you know, playing rhythm.
Joe was just saying he feels like you're taking for granted sometimes everything you do for this team. Do you feel that way? What's kind of your view?
I mean, depending on who you ask, and I don't really look for, you know, look for that praise, I guess, anymore. I've accomplished a lot in this league, and you know, truly at the point where, you know, I want to get over that hump. I want to get back to the finals. I want to help us win a championship, and you know, what I'm doing may not, you know, I might not win MVP, but you know, just trying to help us continue to be the best team in the league, and, you know, do my part. If people recognize that, they see it, then, you know, I appreciate it. But if they don't, then, you know, that's okay.
Kind of along those lines, you also said your game has grown. I think you used the word exponentially in the last month. How have you seen your game grow in the last month or so?
Yeah, just like I said earlier, just reading the game. You know, me and Joe, we watch a lot of film together, and, you know, just how can I affect the game? How can I manipulate the game? And it's a lot of progressions, right? When I set 2 off-ball flares for D. White in a row, and they don't know how to guard it because they don't want to switch, you know, and we get 2 open threes, you know, that won't go in the stat book for me, but, you know, then I see how they want to change up, how they're covered, you know, guarding me and things like that afterwards. And, you know, just playing like mind games like that throughout the game, and learning how I can still, you know, create opportunities for myself and my teammates.
What do you think is the thing that's really changed in this last month? It's like, whole season you've been good at when you see the trap coming, it's like D went on that roll. But, like, what are some of the things that are new that you're really nailing down this last month or so?
I mean, you know, you just you should get better as the season goes on, right? Play a lot of games. You don't want to be at your best in October. You know, you want it to be a progression. And you're gonna make mistakes, but learn from them, play through them, and correct them. And hopefully, you know, a month from now, I'm playing better than I am right now.
And you've been making the right play over and over. I mean, just kind of like giving up the ball all the time. There was a play, like late in the fourth quarter, where you drove into the paint and there was an open shooter, but you just went for the layup anyway. So you just wanted to kind of really control that play. Are there moments where it's like you want to make, you know, the pass of the open shooter, but sometimes you're like, I just gotta get it done on this one, just to feel like that energy and release it?
I mean, that's basketball's instincts, right? And, you know, there's a lot asked of myself, and, you know, there's always, you know, you can always go back and press pause and, you know, say what you should have done, or somebody could point out what you should have made. But in that moment, right, you got to make the best decision, and you know, it's all about making the right play. And sometimes the right play is being, you know, selfish at that time and going to the rim, and that's just the decisions that you have to make in those moments, you know, throughout the game.
reached an elite level of consistency, though? I mean, we talk about young players all the time. They've got to find that. Do you feel like you have?
I think so. First team All-NBA 2 years in a row, so that's kind of consistent.
About what you guys were able to do defensively, keeping them to a season low and really limiting Tyrese being the engine of the team.
Yeah, I mean, you really got to lock in. This is a really good team. They've been playing really well. And they just play with so much energy. And, you know, Tyrese is the head of that snake. You know, how much space and pace that they play with and how unselfish they are. And they never really hold it. They just keep moving. So you never can relax. You always got to be on a string with your teammates and talking. So it's like it's a group effort. Don't turn the ball over, things like that.
Can you tell Aaron to relax?
Huh?
Needs it.
No, I love it. I'm really, really happy for him. You know, didn't get much of an opportunity when he was here, but to see where he's grown and how much, you know, he's worked on his game and he's got an opportunity and ran with it. You know, he's a big part of the success that they're having. And I love it. I love playing against him. I love competing against him, and I'm happy for him.
What impressed you about him when he was in Boston? Just what stood out to you? I imagine you had to go up against him in practice and everything. It just, people talk a lot about his competitive nature and also his ability to improve. What stood out to you that way?
That he really loved the game. That he really worked hard, and that was special to see. That even he wasn't, you know, playing as much as he wanted to or getting an opportunity, that he was always coming in to work, putting in the extra time in the weight room and in the gym. And he was always asking questions. And, you know, when he did get opportunity, he played as hard as anybody could play. So you always could see that, you know, once the game kind of slowed down for him and he could, you know, start to figure things out and how he could be effective, you know, he would find a spot in this league.
O'Shea's rebounding and energy was big in the fourth quarter. Just how happy were you to see him, like, have a big game coming back to you?
I was extremely happy for him. Just building off of what he did last night in Utah. I know it was a blowout, but, you know, I can only imagine, you know, a team trading you, you get to come back and, you know, you want to play good against him, you want to beat him. And he was a big part of the success that we had in that fourth quarter, just creating second and third chance opportunities for us. So, you know, that was big for us.